Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or making a donation, the link to my Buy Me a Coffee services and donations page, my official Instagram and TikTok are all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Scorpio, I hope that you're doing well. This is a special bonus reading of the dream messages from your spirit guides. What are your spirit guides trying to tell you? I don't know about you, Scorpio, but I can probably surmise that you've been having just as weird of dreams as I've been having, as we are fellow water signs. So I'm going to be using 3 decks for your reading today. The first one is the Oracle of the Universe deck, the Human Spirit Oracle, and the Tarot of the Divine deck that I don't use very often on my channel. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the overall energy for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is for Scorpio, please. What messages do you have? Thank you. Wow. Number 21, which corresponds to the World card, the Major Arcana, chapters closing and new chapters opening. And the word is confidence. Eridanus, constellation Eridanus. Confidence. I don't know if you can tell here. It's like this guy that I think is trying to jump onto the back of a horse, or he's riding a chair. I have no idea. I can't really tell because there's just like a lot of fire energy here. What I want to say though is it's almost like you're in this kind of explosive energy, and then these are just these onlookers, perhaps your fans or detractors, depending on how you look at that card. I kind of see them as detractors, because anybody that would kick up this much fuss, they're going to get looked at, right? But despite all that, it's about having the confidence in the face of potential judgment, which, you know, Scorpio, they kind of just do their best to do their own thing. And all the Scorpios I know have had detractors, because you're just really intense and you do things in a serious and intense way, and you put your all into it. And if somebody's trying to come at you with that energy, you're going to give them what for, right? You're going to give them something to think about. I don't know why I felt like I had to like go there with that, but that's what I feel. All of a sudden, so I just picked up my incense matches. These are, I'm almost running out of these, but these are incense matches, and I want to light one because I feel as though I want to kind of put these detractors in their place. It's like, you know, maybe Spirit is kind of showing you in your dreams, like maybe people are laughing at you in your dreams, or they're watching you, or like all eyes on you, and you're just kind of like, why are you looking at me? There could be something like that happening in your dreams. Or they're just, maybe people are, it's not about them judging, but they're passive. They're passive. They're just standing by doing nothing, while here you are like kind of walking through fire to try and accomplish something. That could be a theme for you, you know, walking through the fire while everybody just stands by on the sidelines and says kind of like, well, let's wait till Scorpio does it and then we can follow. So then it becomes a matter of, are you leading or are you following? So I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. There is no past, present, and future with this reading. It is just a general message, dream messages from your spirit guides. What do your spirit guides want to tell you? Yeah. Interesting. So 3 from the Oracle, Human Spirit Oracle, 3 from the Tarot. Okay. Okay. So number 13, which corresponds to the Death card. Hey, guess what? That's Scorpio energy. Hit your target. Hit your target. I don't know why, but this character reminds me of somebody. Oh, actually, she reminds me of a YouTuber. It's funny. Target energy came up in the Cancer reading, so you might have Cancer placements in your chart. If you do, you should watch that reading. Very specifically, a target came up. This is kind of just talking about, well, first of all, the reference in the 13 to the Death card, which is Scorpio energy, talks about that phoenix rising from the ashes. Like everything collapses so it can be built again. This endings bringing new beginnings, right? That's the Death card energy. It's almost like saying, Scorpio, that there is potentially something that's coming to an end, but that you're right on target. It's exactly what is supposed to happen. It's exactly the path, right? You're hitting the bullseye. It's working out the way that it should, but it might require an ending. And it's confirmed by the 8 of Cups here. 8 of Cups talks about walking away from a situation, walking away from 8 full cups, because somehow you know there's 9 and 10 cups. 9 of Cups in the tarot represents wish fulfillment. 10 of Cups represents bliss and love and abundance. So while people are in the 8 of Cups energy, there is some judgment that I always attribute to it, because it's always like somebody saying like, hey, you know, 8 cups isn't bad. And here you are thinking you're so much better than it, and you're walking away from 8 cups. Are you crazy? That's kind of what goes through my head every time I see the 8 of Cups card in any deck. What, are you crazy? So there is some kind of, a little bit of like external forces that are maybe putting doubt in your mind, but that's not stopping you. Just like, no, I'm not crazy. I know there's more out there for me. I may not know the end point. I can't see it right now, but I know that there's more, and I know that I am on path. And I know that something needs to come to a close. Let's get a clarifier. What's coming to a close? Queen of Swords in reverse. This, like, kind of, this is Libra energy. Queen of Swords can be very cold, discerning. She seeks the truth and nothing but the truth. She's ready to make heads roll if she doesn't get it. She's very shrewd. Also very funny. But in the reverse, it's kind of like Scorpio. It's kind of like you're not even entertaining it anymore. You're not even thinking about it anymore. You don't even care what you know, anybody has any commentary on whatever the situation is that is at hand here for you. It's going to be different for everybody, but you don't even care anymore. You don't care about the detractors. You don't care about, you're moving on. Not interested in getting down to the nitty-gritty of anything. Doesn't matter anymore. We've got a goal and we're moving towards it, and that's all that you care to know. And look, number 11, the Justice card, Libra energy. Libra again. You may have Libra in your chart. Be dealing with the Libra, the Midas touch. You know, the Midas touch. Like anything you touch turns to gold. Anything that it's this sense that you are imbued with good fortune, that anything that you come in contact with will naturally prosper just by virtue of the fact that you are there. That's what the Midas touch describes. So Spirit is really honing in on that. It's interesting though, because it's almost talking about the fact that it's obvious to some people. There's this big headdress that's being highlighted here. Almost like you can't hide it, right? You can't hide it. And so Spirit kind of makes me want to think about the fact that if you are like a lucky charm, which is, I have a little lucky charm right here. If you are a lucky charm and people know that about you, then they might have the tendency to try to ride your coattails. They want a piece of it. They want a piece of you. And that can be a burden. Because look at this. I mean, like, let's say that this was actually on top of her head and made of gold. What would that be? What would be happening to the neck and shoulders? It would be a burden. It's clarified by the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is one of the hardest cards in the tarot. It talks about heartache, heartbreak, disappointment, devastation with something. Right, look at her face. I mean, she's just sad. So for some reason, because her eyes are right there, and there's something here. It's like two separate eyes. It's giving the illusion that even though her eyes are downcast, there's this illusion that she's still fully watching. So it's almost like trying to hide your disappointment and sadness and something. Trying to hide the devastation. And when the card is in reverse, it's like we haven't really recovered from it yet. We haven't moved past it yet. So why would this be coming with this, right? Unless you really truly believe that the gifts you've been given, maybe it's just your lot in life. Maybe you've just been very fortunate. It's like the gifts you've been given are actually kind of like a curse. Three of Coins in the reverse. That's 2 3s. That's double 3. Double 3. Three of Coins in the upright talks about collaboration and co-creation. It's almost like, who are we collaborating with right now? I'm sure they're relevant in some cultures. I mean, they almost look Thai, which is what I am, but I'm not sure. Usually, Three of Coins, Three of Pentacles, I mean, that's a beautiful energy. We're working together. We're working on a team and a community. We've got the same goals in mind. But you've got this card in reverse. You know what your goals are, but other people might not have the same gusto or intention that you do. And so it could be kind of frustrating because it's like, well, but like I have all these resources and I would like to collaborate, but I'm not finding anyone, right? Because everybody's just waiting for me to do it. They're waiting for me to take the lead. They're just standing on the sidelines, watching me do all the work, right? I don't mean to make it sound so like whiny, but maybe that's how you're feeling. Like, why does it always have to be me? Like, when am I going to get some help? This is the voice that's coming out. Where is that help, Spirit? What is it about? Four of Coins in reverse. So the question was, where is the help? I wanted a clarifier. Where is the help? The Four of Swords came out. Four of Swords can be a card of being miserly or protective of your resources or your finances. See here how she's protected by this great, like, essentially it looks like a vulture that a vulture would be protecting. But when the card is in reverse, it's kind of like Spirit saying, because I asked, where is the help? And Spirit kind of saying, well, it does require you to open up a little bit to people wanting to help you. So I don't know if there's a situation here where you're just like you're feeling like you have to do something on your own, but then when you do it on your own, then you're resentful, even if somebody offered to help. This is the thing though, depends on the help, right? There could be somebody that had a lot of good intentions, but you just know that they would be terrible at helping you because they don't have the skill set. They might end up taking more of your time instead of easing the burden. So there could be a situation where maybe somebody offered their help, but they couldn't provide the right kind of help. Maybe it's spirit, like okay, I see this thing where you're so grateful and you're blessed, but you hesitate to ask spirit for help because you've already been given so much. And so then you don't ask them for help. You don't pray to them. You don't say anything to them. You don't co-create with them. And so then you're kind of left stuck. Right? Your spirit guide, imagine you're surrounded in a circle at all times by your spirit guides, and they're all just in a queue waiting to help you. Like, why are you going to leave them hanging, right? Like, they're there for you. So I would encourage that highly. Just write down your manifestations. Write down everything you need to make sure that you hit that target, whatever it is. It may not come in the form that you think it will. So let's say you're trying to buy a house and you need more funding. You need more for your down payment. And you ask spirit, spirit, I need more money. Like, I need a different job, or I need to get a huge raise, or something that will help me buy my house. And then lo and behold, a distant cousin passes away, and they were like in their 90s. So they didn't live a long life. They lived a very long life. Anyway, distant cousin that you met a couple times when you were younger passes away. They have no children. And so they leave everything to you, including a beautiful house, right? So that kind of happened in Jane Eyre. That's why I was thinking of Jane Eyre. You might like Jane Eyre, that book. Your name might be Jane or Charlotte. Or Rochester. You might be from Rochester, New York. Interesting. Rochester, New York. That's a very specific reference. It's a very specific place. Not that every place isn't specific, but Rochester, New York is a very specific place. But in Jane Eyre, she was like a pauper, basically. Like, her crazy aunt threw her into like a boarding school, and she just had nothing. And then she became Mr. Rochester's what is it called? Governess. And like had nothing still, and then they get separated. By the way, Jane Eyre and Mr. Rochester are twin flames, but I digress. And lo and behold, she finds out that some like long lost uncle or whatever left her his entire fortune, and so now she's just like mega rich. So it could be something like that where I pray for all of that for you. Long lost cousin. But at the same time, it's just an example of, we put something out into the world and it comes to us, but in a completely left field way that we ever could have predicted for ourselves. So I don't know, that Spirit just gave me that whole runaround, but it has something to do with Jane Eyre. I don't know what. Something. Okay, the last card here, number 5, corresponds to the Hierophant card of the Major Arcana. That's Taurus energy, and it's Fishbowl. This came out, I believe, for somebody. One of the water signs. And maybe it was Pisces. It's this sense of being watched. It's this sense of being... There's a little bit of scrutiny to this. to the point where you might be feeling shy about it, because anytime I see like hair in front of the face, it's like shy energy or shameful energy, I almost want to say. Do you feel ashamed of something? Or is someone trying to make you feel ashamed of something? Maybe of this goal that you have, this dream that you have. These people in your life saying, oh no, like you can't do it. What makes you think you could walk through fire? Right? To that, there's the High Priestess. This is Pisces. Number 2 of the major arcana. Look at her. This is you, Scorpio, just knowing that you're a psychic, knowing that you are connected. Do you see how unbothered she is? She is so unbothered. She's just reading her book, just curled up in her little nook, unbothered, sitting at the veil between worlds, between this world and the spiritual world. Not saying a thing. Not needing to explain herself. Just knowing that her instincts are correct. Your instincts are correct. So people can talk, they can look, whatever they want to do, unbothered. I love that for you. Let's get one more card of advice from Spirit. Look, see? Keep on keeping on. The Strength card, number 8. Leo energy. This is your advice from Spirit. Keep doing what you're doing. Every single step, you're going to be tackling some new fear, right? Every day we go out into the world, there's some kind of fear that we're facing. Fear of failure, fear of being late, fear of judgment, fear. And like if every single day you come home and you say, you know what? I went to work today, or I went out and explored something, or I went to go travel, or I went to have that conversation, and I'm still here. Everything's okay. I'm still me. This is this energy where every single day we kind of fight that internal battle with our own doubt. And Spirit is saying, just keep pushing yourself to step outside your comfort zone. Keep pushing yourself to meet new people, expand your consciousness, right? This is all about confidence, these 2 cards. So that's your reading, Scorpio. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Scorpio.